Yo, 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 welcome back to the Nasty Collective YouTube channel. You know what it is. Out here with a special guest, man. And I've been watching you a little bit. I've been watching all your stuff recently and doing a little bit of research, on you, on who you are. And I wanted to get to know you a little better. And I think that other people like on my channel and just like anybody in general would see you and be like, damn, like I wonder what this guy be on, especially when, people are watching your music videos and shit. But yeah, we got a special guest in here. I'm gonna let him introduce himself and let y'all people get to know him. So if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, homie, we appreciate it.
Say that, clap, clap, boom, it's that Hanjo. Nigga, Hanjo be nobody bigger than he. Once he's gonna do no play with me, put on YT or clap, clap. Yeah, it's the
Hey,
biggest.
what is Jandrobands out here doing? Let me know.
Hanjo Bands is a young, get money motherfucker. That's it. I get money. That's it.
Yes,
Get
sir.
money.
And what I know you from is your music. I know you from the kind of music you be making, your music videos, your interviews that you be out here doing. You got the whole marketing scheme for show on lock, as far as your brand goes, because you be pretty active out here. I've been seeing you. What does it take for you to be active out here as far as like going and achieving all these interviews and stuff?
I gotta stay tapped in with everybody. Networking is key because with networking, it opens doors that money can't always, like yeah, it could be the biggest this, the biggest that, but it's like you gotta have everything put together. Like you gotta get out there, actually interact with people. Social media is a big part, like everything.
And you see that a lot nowadays, where you do have to be almost outside and on the internet more, so people see you. The more you're seen, the more people give a fuck, right? So I do feel that. So I want to get to know you a little bit about who you are personally, because I know like a little bit about your music side, but where did like what was the environment around you when you were growing up as a youngin out here in this world?
Environment, I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't all bad, but it wasn't the best. Like shit got rough, but gotta overcome that shit. Because yeah, it could rain. It can't rain forever. That's one thing my grandma always told me is that it can't rain forever. The sun gotta come out someday.
So what kind of influences were you like looking around when you were growing up? Because you say like it wasn't that bad, but you talk about rain out here. Um, so what kind of character did that rain build on you?
The rain, like it helped me weather the storm now. Like when I was younger, I used to hate the rain. I used to hate the rain because like I couldn't go outside and do what I needed to do. But now it's like now it helps keep me sane. Like it's weird because like when it rain outside, it's more like a zen type of thing. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Then like I got music, I got like real life and everything else. Like should be crazy.
I've been seeing a little bit about your music and your interviews and stuff, and I think one of the interviews you said you started getting money around like 16, right? Like that's when you started like trying to hustle your way up for some money out here. Was that like something as a youngin where you were like, I just have to get this money and then I'll be straight in life, or what kind of like role did money play in your life there?
So I really started getting money when I was like 15, like 15, 16 was when I really started to try to add like that's when I knew like I gotta go get some money. I can't be broke, like all this broke shit for the birds. Like bro, it was bad. Like when I say it was bad, me and my mom was sharing ramen noodles. As soon as I could go get some money, I did. Bro.
Yeah. Yeah, and I can see that, you know what I mean? Like, especially being a youngin and worried about money and worried about like how your parents are getting their financial gain. That's a motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like a youngin shouldn't be thinking about shit like that, but that's the world we live in. So what kind of influence did that hustle, that drive, in getting these Hondro bands have on your music there? What kind of influence did it put on you there?
Made my work ethic a lot stronger. It made it. It's like if it's like one thing I always live by is if you don't work, you don't eat. And I gotta eat, so I gotta work by any means possible, bro.
Yeah, and diving into your music a little bit, what kind of music do you make? I mean, I don't want to put you in a genre or anything like that, but would you put yourself in something like that?
I don't know because my shit always change. Like now, I'm a drill rapper. I would. That's like the only logical thing that makes sense. I don't know because I can do so much. Like I even just did some singing shit with my boy Genie. Shout out Genie mixed it. But it's like it's so much shit that I could do. But as of right now, I'm cool with being a drill rapper.
When you talk about hustling at 15, hustling at 16, getting your money, and then right now being a drill rapper, um, and we talk about the marketing behind your music and stuff. In one of the interviews, you said that you don't like people that go and buy their views, their audience, people that don't buy their audience, right? Um,
Mm. Yeah.
yeah, right. But I want to quote you on something that you said, and you said right after that, you said you got this shit out the mud. Can you elaborate a little bit about like what you mean personally, what that means to you personally of getting this shit out the mud and doing your way of work here?
Yeah, like I started this shit from zero. Like when I say I started this shit with nothing, I was in trade school, fucked up with my last $4 when I started this shit. Like I started rapping off a computer I bought from this dude. It was that ass like a 2012 MacBook. Keep in mind we're in like 2016. It was a 2012 MacBook that I bought from him for a case of ramen noodles. And that's how like the whole shit started because I was a producer first. Then I switched over to rap because I sucked at producing. But it's like I literally started from $40 and a pack of ramen noodles. Last time I checked, I think I'm like 50,000 streams worldwide. Like YouTube, like all this shit put together, all my numbers put together, I think it's like 50 bands.
Yeah, and I think you talked about you actually started getting paid at least on some of your like content out there, right? Like you have some kind of monetization on that. Yeah, what kind of like things are you looking for as far as like when you do make your content, what kind of like monetization are you looking into? Because I know like for myself doing this YouTube thing, like hopefully that shit pays off one day, you know what I mean? Like just doing all this hard work in this YouTube game. But what kind of monetization are you looking at as a artist and rapper?
I ain't gonna lie, cause it's like I don't want to sign a deal. I don't want to ever sign no deal. Like I ain't gonna lie, a big inspiration on the business side is Russ. He did all the shit himself, and as an artist, you can do nothing but respect that. You may not like his music or whatever, but you gotta respect him as a bit as the businessman, because he literally eat breakfast clubs, sway in the morning, all this shit he's doing himself. He built his own team. He built this. He built that. Like everything he's done himself. I can't do nothing but respect that. I want to do that for my own self. But it's like as for my monetization, it's definitely like a goal to get rich, but I'm not in this shit to get rich. I care more about the art instead of like chasing the money. I'll go get money. That's never been a problem, and it never will be. I'll go get some money. But at the same time, it's like I don't know. It's like I want everything I'm supposed to get because I don't want nothing that's not mine.
Yeah, and I can see that too, especially when you say that it's not really the money that you're giving a fuck about, it's more of the music, the art behind it all. I can see that in your like as I'm watching like your music videos, they're progressing, you know what I mean? And I don't just mean in like the quality of the music video as far as like the camera goes and shit like that. Nah, I mean like the thought behind this shit, the like scenes you're making now, the content of the music that you're pushing out. Like there's a song that you got called Sneaky Link, and that music video go hard as fuck. Tell
Appreciate
me a
that.
little bit about that shit right there, that music video, and what went behind like the thought process on that one.
All right, so look, so what I'm about to tell you is exclusive. All right.
Hey,
Me and Shorty cool now, but a lot of people don't know if you watch that video in the beginning when I get up, the person laying next to me, that song is about her. And then at the end, when I shut the door and shit, that was literally to make my ex mad. Like the whole video. But like me and Desi, shout out Desi X. I appreciate her for that verse and everything of that nature. We had the song, right? We had the song for mad long, and I was like, all right, we need to shoot the video. So then she was like, all right, bet, I'm down. We planned everything, and then a whole bunch of shit went wrong. The video almost didn't come out. Like it was wild. So to get that video out, and it's at I think like 1.4, 1.5K views right now. it's a blessing. Like given, yeah, I want more, but I'm not mad at where I'm at.
Yeah, I mean, to be real with you, 1.4K, like shit, like even on my standards, shit, that's good as fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
even like I said from the beginning, where it's like if even one person fucks with my shit heavy, it's like that's enough for me. You know what I mean? Like just the fact that you putting out that content and people are reciting with it and telling you, you know, the feedback that they feel. Um, and that video, like in the song too, like that shit was pretty fire, bro. Like I did listen to that shit and I was like, damn, like I heard all this drill shit that you going on with, and I fuck with that shit heavy too. And then you go over here and then you make like a more of like I don't even know what to call it, but you know, you're just kind of like you're just like pouring your heart out almost too, you know? So
Bro,
I
I ain't
fuck
gonna lie,
with that.
it really happened. That song is about the girl in the video. No bullshit. Like all that shit really happened. That's why, like, with me, it's hard for me to make songs like that because I gotta really go through the shit.
And see, that's one thing I did want to talk to you about too. Um, as far as who I am personally, uh, I've been very tapped in with the nature of violence in the U.S. right now. As far as like when we talk about shootings, when we talk about being people being killed, you know, they say rap is one of the deadliest games to be in. You know what I mean? Uh, so you when I see your music and the drill music behind it, I almost get a feeling where it's like I don't want to be pushing out violence either. You know what I mean? But I also can't like I can't hate on somebody when they're talking their truths. You know what I mean? When you're really out there and you've seen shit like this, who can fucking judge you for shit like that? You know what I mean? And when we talk about your drill music, how much of that drill music is like really influencing your life and like affected you personally?
I ain't gonna lie, like I lost friends to this shit. I got PTSD, like, bro, like I lost some faces I could never see again. It's just, bro, it's a lot to it. Like, and it's like, oh man, I don't even know how to dissect that because it's like a lot of it is just,
Like I got some folks that I work with too that do drill music, and I
yeah,
see them. I see what kind of lifestyle they be living, you know what I mean? And why like their music's influenced that direction. So like in my head, I'm just like, damn, like I
yeah,
love drill music, but I just hate the fact that like people have been influenced so negatively in their life, you know, as far as like losing faces that you can't ever see, like you just said, you know?
yeah. People real life die behind this shit. It's like this shit don't be a game, bro. Like people think like it's German. Oh, let's get sturdy. Woo, woo. It's like, bro, you're reciting that shit, and that's people real homies. That they really was outside with, shaking up with every day, splitting meals and shit like that, and you reciting them, dissing their homies. That shit not cool. Like that's why I don't personally diss like that. It's because like I don't want nobody dissing mine, and I won't diss theirs because first of all that shit not cool. That shit played out. Second of all, it's like it's real hurt behind that shit. As a result, it is what it is because it's like the streets is not no game, bro. And fuck no. Like I even try to be. I'm trying to be on a more positive tip too. Like, bro, that should not cool to be outside in the streets like that because all you get out of it is death or jail.
Hell yeah. Yeah, there's only two ways out that shit sometimes, you know. And that's the unfortunate
Exactly.
thing about how it is and the background behind the music and shit like that. But it is nice to hear somebody talk about that shit how you just did because that shit don't get spoken on that much. And if it does, it's always on the other end where fools are trying to act like really hard, you know, which I, you know, respect to anybody that's out here, but it's just that like when someone like yourself comes out here and says like, bro, even I'm trying to be on some more positive shit. Like that shit gives me hope for like what's going on out here in the music industry. And real quick to touch on that music industry part, when I was watching your interviews and listening to your words, you know a lot, bro. Like you're culturally inclined. Like you when they're they were asking you questions about like what about this rapper and that rapper, you were already on that shit. And I think like even at one point you referenced somebody being like Captain Ginyu or what was it? You know what I mean? Like you out here using some pop culture out here as references. What kind of influence like that do you have that you just have so much knowledge on shit like that going on?
My older brother, we used to watch Dragon Ball.
What about like your music? Because I be hearing a lot of your music taste come out in these interviews, and to be honest, on some of the interviews you be on, you be the fucking like highlight of that shit. You know what I mean? Like you be out talking the interviewer most times. Like you be on your shit for real. Like if anything, you guys could switch spots and you could be the interviewer for that person. And I just feel like you have that big of a personality that you take over the show. You feel me? So I
Yeah.
fuck with that heavy. On one of the times you were talking about that someone, and I don't want to I don't want to bring negative shit to you or anything like that. I just want to talk about your career as I seen it unfold here so far. You said that one person tried to ask more of you, try to ask for like a feature from you after doing like a show or a podcast like that. What kind of like, what kind of way do you flow in this industry as far as like when someone does ask you for like a free feature, like why is that not okay with you personally? And not that it's a negative thing, but just like as a question, why is that not okay with you as Jandrobands?
Because like a lot of times I find talent, and it's
Mm,
like with certain things, I don't know, because it's like I do free features. I'm not even gonna sit here and act like I don't, because I do, especially if like if I mess with that person heavy or the song is like overly hard, things of that. It just a lot that goes into me doing a feature. And then like a lot of like interviewers and podcasts, like unlike yourself, they be like trying to charge people and things of that nature. And it's like given like everything costs. Like, yeah, I like if the studio time was free, if everything was free, do it. Let's do a song. But I gotta pay for the studio time. I gotta pay for me to get there. I gotta pay for if you want to do a video, I gotta pay for my outfit. I gotta pay for, you know, everything to happen. Like I have a team that I have to make sure like my engineers gotta get paid, my video man gotta get paid, like stuff like that. My beat maker gotta get paid. Everybody gotta get paid. So it's like for me to do a free feature for you, it's not crazy, but it's like in that specific situation, it was crazy. But if somebody was coming to me like, "Hey, I got this song. If you like it, I got an engineer. I got this. I got that, and it's all taken care of for you. All you got to do is jump on the song, and then I like the song. I'll do it." And then like a lot of times with my features, I gotta vibe with you as a person because I'm not just getting on anything and everything. Because just like you're a brand, I'm a brand too, and I can't mess up my brand because I worked hard to build to where it is now.
yeah, it's that
So
it's that that work you put in there, right? That like work that you got to where you're at right now. It sounds like to me that it's not even the fact that like you need money to do this feature, how you just said you do some free features, but you need some kind of currency. And when we talk about currency, we're not just talking money there. We're talking what can you offer me that I can put up this and offer you. And whether it be respect, whether it be coming correct and coming with engineers, coming with a dope ass song that you personally fuck with heavy, and you reaching out to somebody, there's different currencies there that could work out for that feature there.
exactly, and it's like that's what it be. It's like giving. I don't ask for money all the time like with features because it's not all about that. I could really care less, but come with something. It's got to be beneficial for both of us because I can't hop on your song and like given because if I hop on a song, my listeners are gonna go to that song because I'm on it. Just as the other way around. If I was to get on the song with somebody else, I mean somebody was getting on the song with me, their listeners are gonna come to that song because they listen to you or whoever's on the song. As a result, I can't just be on anything and everything because I don't want my listeners to be like, yo, like what is he doing? He's bugging. Now I'm done listening to him. That's gonna hurt more than anything. And I'm in a spot to where you can't move wrong at all. Not even just me. You can't never move wrong in the industry. You seen what happened to the baby? Shit like that happen all the time. I'm cool on it.
And that's good that you do watch the way you move, you know, for sure. And even like this interview right now, like I do appreciate your time and your effort that you put into this right now because shit, you know, my name is stamped on that shit once it goes up. Uh so like and the reason why I wanted to interview with you personally is because first, I think you reached out, which is fucking dope. I'm like some people get offended when I say that shit when I say, you know, oh, you reached out first type of shit. But nah, like in my case and situation, it's almost like, bro, you did exactly what the fuck you were supposed to do. You're out here trying to market yourself. You're out here trying to be on any kind of platform that like you can be on. You know what I mean? So people see you and see and see what you got going on with your career, especially um the way you came correct with it. That's what was important there because you didn't just come up as a little rapper out here and you were just like, yo, here, you know, listen to my 3 tracks. Like, nah, like, bro, I had enough content to go and research you. You know what I mean? Like, you had interviews, you had music videos, you got just freestyles that you got uploaded. Shit, you know, you're doing the thing. Like, that's exactly what I expect from other people that want to interview like this to entertain a motherfucker, to make a motherfucker want to research the fool and learn about you and almost like be intrigued about your story and your and root for you. You know what I mean? So like for real, like I respect off to you for that shit. So when it comes to your career, what kind of things are you looking for your career in the future here? Because I know you performed a lot. I know you got some venues you performed at. Is there anything that you're like trying to perform for the future goal, as far as venues go, or is there any person that you're trying to perform with in the future or something like that going on for you?
Definitely, I want to get out to Jersey, do some shows there. I want to get out to New York, do some shows there, Rhode Island. I want to get out of state, do more shows. Like I've been out of state a couple times for shows, but yeah, I want to perform out of state. Yeah, almost not anywhere, but anywhere that makes sense. Because like a lot of rappers, they'll just be like, "Oh, I'm about to perform out of state." Okay, well, where are you going? Oh, I'm going to Arkansas. Why are you going to Arkansas? That's kind of pointless. I mean, not to talk shit about Arkansas, but it's like you make Cali type of music. Why are you performing in Arkansas? It's gotta fit. Like myself, I mean, given if I got booked somewhere, I'll go perform. But I'm not looking for a show. Let's say like Louisiana. They don't listen to drill music in Louisiana. Their drill music and the drill music I make is two different. It's two different things. Why would I go down there and perform? It doesn't make sense.
So it don't make dollars.
It's gotta make sense. That's how you make dollars.
That's true as fuck, man. Like for real. I was about to say though, I was about to say, I don't know about Texas, man. I think that fuck with you down in Texas though, for sure. You know what I
Nah, shout
mean?
out. I get some players down there. Shout out Texas, bro. I'm bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that's listening to me, bro. But it's gotta make sense. That's the big thing I want artists to take from this. It's gotta make sense for you to do it. Because if it doesn't make sense, you can't make dollars. And it's like, yeah, like we all in it for the art and things of that nature, but we have we have to feed ourselves, our families, and things of that nature. And we can't do that if we're doing stuff that doesn't make sense because it can't make dollars.
And that's word to the wise right there, that's for sure. Um, I like how you say that too, because not like shit, I used to do everything for free, you know, like everything. It didn't matter what the fuck it was, you know, send it my way, I'm down to make it. Um, but now that like I'm getting a little more notoriety, my product's getting better, you know, it's starting to be to the point where it's like I don't need every job. I don't need everything. Like I just want the shit that will make the best content because that's what I'm trying to achieve here. I'm not trying to achieve mediocre shit. I'm just trying to achieve the best thing I can personally give the audience. You know what I mean? And just myself, like creativity wise. And I think you and your filmer and your team, I think you guys are on the same shit. You know what I mean? I think people understand that they need to go check you the fuck out for show. But uh, what kind of words to the wise can you give here to the youngins that are trying to be on some shit where you know, we're out here on some social media marketing type shit or even on like the career as far as music goes? What's like your last remarks to anybody out there listening to Jandrobands?
So as for marketing, You gotta be like ready for cameras at all times. You gotta be like anytime it's a camera around, I'm not gonna say be weird and jump in the camera, but be around, you know? You gotta become a face that's memorable. Photogenic, definitely be photogenic because you gotta like this content is king. That's the biggest thing. Content is king. The more you put something in their face, they have to see you. But you can't just put anything and everything out because then it's like, whatever. You gotta be in their face. Otherwise, because if you're not in their face 24/7, they'll forget about you.
That shit's true as fuck, and I seen that shit even with my content. When you stop posting, fools forget. You know, it's just what life is. You know, that's true as fuck.
Exactly.
What one last question I want to ask you. I wonder this a lot. I'm not sure if you get the same kind of feeling I get right now. So right now, the position I'm at as far as my channel goes is I'm starting to get recognized a lot more in public. I'm starting,
Yeah.
people saying, what's fucking good. Like you do the interview shit, you do the podcast, and people jumping the gun and like talking to me, which is cool. Like, I mean, that's what it is now for social media and shit. But it just hit me hard. It hit me hard that like little fame and notoriety shit. It just hit me hard. So I just wasn't expecting it at like all that. But you personally, as Hanjo Band, what kind of feeling does that give you when you are getting noticed out here in public from other people?
I ain't gonna lie, sometimes it be hard, bro. I got PTSD. So it's like, bro, the shit be it's like it's still wild to me because I don't see myself as a rapper. I see myself as just a regular person that make music. Like I'm no different than you or somebody else out here, just the average Joe walking down the street. I don't see myself as no different. I just go to the studio and make music videos. I don't see myself as better than nobody else. So as a result, it's like it's wild to me. Like people, like I've that I seen kids like, oh, that's Jandrobands. Oh, what's up? Oh, can we take a picture? Yeah, I got you. Come on. But it's like all that stuff. Like I'm appreciative of it, but at the same time, it's still taking some getting used to.
Yeah, and I
But
feel that 100%. And one thing I do think about you personally is you're unapologetically yourself. The entire time I was watching your content, that's like what the phrase that was like I was getting from you. You know what I mean? Like you don't give a fuck what people think about you. You're gonna be exactly what the fuck you are. You know? And I think most people should live their lives like that for sure. Um,
bro,
so yeah, man, I appreciate your time, Honjo Bands, for real. It was a really good discussion with you, homie. I hope that the people like you as much as I fuck with you here. And any kind of links or any kind of like direction that you want to point an audience, whatever, whoever's watching this video, as far as my content, as far as my audience or your audience, like anywhere you want to direct them to.
definitely. I just dropped me and my boy Rare Doozy. We just dropped a song called "Don't Run." So definitely go get into it with that. Follow my Instagram at Honjo Bands. Follow your Instagram. I got some videos coming. Got a new song coming. I can't say exactly when, but it's called Euphoria. And that's hard. I ain't gonna lie. We just shot the video for my birthday party.
Yes, sir. And you know, get your money up, not your funny up, people, and tap in with us, tap in with Hondro Bands, go check out his music because I think that a lot of people will fuck with it personally, and I think that it's not all drill. It's not just only drill. So if that's the only thing you fucking with, then like just understand that he got variety. He's got variety. I seen it. So yeah, Hondro Bands, unapologetically yourself, man. I like that shit a lot, and I appreciate the interview, dog. So with that being said, we fucking out. Doses.